Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Seuna Yadava, in which the Empire has been created. It is the Empire of the Deccan, the Empire of the Yadavas, the Marathi Empire, led by our first Samrat Daharasena, this warrior Maharaja, now warrior Samrat. Even though he's not quite a warrior as he once was back in his younger years, but he's going to be living his last few months, if not a few more years, as his health is poor and ailing. He has lived a long life, as he was the innovator of, using the Chevaliers as being an effective fighting force. Thanks to his chivalric dominance and the House of Warriors legacy that he now leaves behind. And now his son, even though he's in his 50s, which means that he may not have much of an impact on the long rule, but however, his intrigue may work with him just to keep vassals in line, or other nefarious means. But the grandchildren, including Daharasena, who used to serve under us as a Shuvia, but unfortunately he's not there anymore. And I am a great-grandfather. She'll do. So yes, this old man's been on a long time. Ever since, my great-grandfather, Seuna Chandra, or even go further with Drihaparhara, this legendary figure, who was my great-great-grandfather. Never he would have dreamed that to see his realm to grow as large as that, the Marathi Empire. Just nodding my head in approval. I was thinking Chevaliers or pilgrimage. I don't know, because, the only pilgrimage I went to was a giant one in my past life. I use the term past life loosely. How much? I'll have a look at it. Vaishnavite pilgrimage, my very first and only Hindu pilgrimage for Daharasena I. It is time for me to set out on my journey to one of the holy places, but which one? These are all long, anywhere shorter. Well, Ujjaini isn't far from here. I would love to go to Varanasi because, Hindus go there. It's one of the holiest places of Hinduism there. And not only to purify myself, or potentially spend my final days there. Like people tend to go, if you are a Hindu, and I'm sure many of you Indian viewers are Hindus too, no matter which branch you follow, that some of you have gone to Varanasi in your life, and if not, then you wait for your later life, especially during these trying times. You could, do these rituals. Again, I'm not a practicing Hindu myself, but I have sympathies for Eastern faiths and Zoroastrianism and the like in real life. But anyways. But then again, you can't chicken out of it now, so. You know what? Screw it. Oh yeah, I forgot Dvarka, the 7th holy site. And if you don't go there, it'll be in 15 years, so. Dvarka, that's where, although it is said, it's where he came from. Even though he's a Marathi, culturally. But, his parents, his mother, came from there. Yeah. So one would think, how about we visit our ancestral home instead of Varanasi? It's a long pilgrimage from Devagiri to no, Davraka, a city built by Lord Krishna, Sri Krishna. Yes, we're gonna be negative money for a while, but when we're well focused, we should be fine. Unless I get to lawfully imprison him. You got money in you? Well, he's a known criminal, an evil craven. He's terrified of me, so you're going in. Well, I'm just simply gonna put you in, and then ransom you, then free money. As I prepare for my journey, I know that I'll travel safely under the protection of the gods. While I go with the Supreme One, my realm must wait. However long I may be gone, it is time to depart. I don't know if I'll be coming back to Devagir after this. I'll be heading to what is said to be my great-grandfather's ancestral home. His mother came there. But then again, they were Jains back then. And I'm the first Hindu. Alright, give me the money. All of it. Sorry for that little misunderstanding. I'm faithful again. A road story. Passing by the campfire, one of my fellow travelers told a story she once heard about some Samrat. To arouse his laughter, they all fell silent when I approached, except for the storyteller. Ah, don't worry, my lord. You're nothing like that girl, told him the story. It's about the Samrat of some faraway place called Seuna Yadava. How much dread do I have? Some people are terrified of me. Well, knowing my warrior background, and I've been a warlike leader for all my life. Guards, fetch my whip. That'll get these people in line. My nemesis is dead. Ah! I outlived you. Now I can die happy, truly. I am finally here, body and soul at the great temple of Dharaka. As the Swami offered me blessings, I reflect on everything that happened, that had to happen for the gods to bring me here at this moment in time. I have walked the holy path. I was never a wise man, but give it a try. And the knowledge still eludes me. I guess I will never know. We shall continue to live in peace. My journey has been a long one, but I've finally come home again. While much remains the same, something has changed in how the pujaris and swamis treat me. I've undergone the journey of a holy man, and they insisted it changed something about me, whether I could see myself or not. It's good to be home. We had our interest in expanding northeastwards, even though they have acquired a large kingdom. Perhaps you. Right, I've been swinging for a while. We'll try to use the fabricated hook and bring him to court before I die. But chances Mm. And at the same time, no, you can't do two schemes in one person at once. Doesn't work like that. Again, I'm not changing my focus to medicine. Health's already poor now. As you look at me now, I'll be 80 next year. If I live that long. Just spend the rest of my life with wealth focus. Just let the gold flow. There shall be no more wars for the time being. Oh, and that man's gonna live forever. He could live up to 92. And our current fascination is birds, which is gonna take 11 years. Hey, who runs the sun? Our tax rate is good. It's just we like to spread the Marathi culture a little bit, and curses! Always happens. Supposed to help me support the schemes, damn it. But, however, he is trusting. Maybe we should wait for events to come. It could be improved upon. At least give it a chance, right? It's a fair chance to me. 46%. It's just I'd love to get him over here. And when the treaty is expired, the treaty expires in, let me see, 2 years. Then we'll wrap up this Raj here. Unless we can vassalize them, but they won't because we recently waged war. Different faith, different culture, doesn't like me. No, highly unlikely. Despite the fact that Devagiri is Vaishnavite Hindu, but the lands I also control are still Digambar Jain, the old faith that I used to be part of. We're also taking that time to convert. Because of that control and a bad stewardship that I have, which does affect the tax rate. And I told my spouse to help me up a little with the learning for the culture of tech. Which again, my son Daharasena will get everything. And if Daharasena dies, then grandson Daharasena will get it. We'll get everything. Should anything happen to him, you're ill. But despite all this, he should be alright. Only encountering penalties because of him being an aspiring blade master. Oh, good on you. But not so good on your prestige. Let me see how many children you have. 3 grandsons, 3 granddaughters. $80 now. Should be any time now. Why would I do that against him? You have a dignified burial. As in funeral pyre. It's a Hindu way of doing things. we can improve this a little bit more. This is our capital, you know? Chauvier has arrived. That's a heck of a name. Tag Bahadur. Banu Sama. Punjabi. And a wise man, too. What the? That's how much to pay because you're a wise man? Married and have children. And you got a claim, too. But that's up in the Punjab region. That's ridiculous. We never invested in this land, but trust me when I tell you. Under Daharasena II, he should definitely improve the lands that we control. Because, again, we're making all that great money because of the wealth focus, but, what's my son's stewardship skill compared to me? Worse. Unless she contributes to anything. A stranger's brought before me. He's been waiting outside the castle gates for a week. I'll each my garment for saying the man bows to. My name is Tabin Swete. Your Highness. I have traveled far and wide and seen many things, but I'm weary as a road if you allow me to stay. I'd happily share my knowledge of the world to you and be your loyal servant. Oh, Burmese. From Ava. It's too deep inland. The more the merrier. Get a strong hook on him. Who knows what I'm gonna do with that hook? Ah, demand payment. Sucker. Hong Jianpan. Aspiring blade master, former peasant leader, holy warrior. Oh yeah, you're definitely coming in. Don't care how much it costs you. You're definitely in. Just looking at Europe briefly. I'm surprised Great Moravia is still around. My great-grandson's a guest? Did you brought them here? Uh-huh. Elephant. It does increase the number of months. Interesting. Chauviers, you mean, but that's rather intriguing. Because we do have a holding that we control that is in the jungle. And we have the money for it. Plus adds a little bit of tax, but effectiveness, heavy cavalry. Yes, do it. Karnadeva has discovered I am attempting to gain leverage over him in dishonest ways. I must do what I can to salvage my reputation. Well, I can't get him. Try somebody else. Well, some would think, why don't we just try it the old way? You know you can't subjugate him because you already used one, and that was against Lanka. But we can definitely fight bit by bit. But the biggest one, how are you feeling? Poor. He might die during the war, so we can't do that. I mean, alternatively, you could go up there. We have a new Maharaj Purohit. He'll do better in the conversions. Slightly. We could take the entire Raj. Oh. Yeah, we could definitely help you out on this one. As long as you feel fine. Yeah, while they're busy, just take Tripuri. At least we'll fight for once, because I was beginning to get bored with me being content anyhow. Plus, that is the capital of Mulraj, so that's even better. Huh? I mean, yes, I am dying. That's the first time I've ever gotten a warning like that. Well, set to our war, so how about a little monthly income while at war? It looks like I'm gonna die this year, as far as what the game's telling me, even though I don't have the Know Thyself trait. But you get the idea. Just as I expected. Samrat Daharasena I of Seuna Yadava has transcended his material form at 82 years of age. He died of old age. A shameless adulterer, he will be remembered for his treachery and his covetous disposition. Samrat Daharasena II ascends the throne, a formidable duelist, many expected to excel in tournaments and personal combat alike. So he died of old age at 82. He was exalted among men. He was faithful, despite the fact he was never really a religious man to begin with. He was a strategist and gallant, and boy, he sure loved money. And he fought in 25 wars, 16 offensive, 9 defensive. As we, show that lineage from back a ways there. So Daharasena I is the longest reigning ruler of this playthrough so far. Well, now Daharasena II He's 55, excuse me. But he's not expected to rule long. He could rule well into his 60s. Good. So let's go for the chivalry focus. And like his father, he's a tough soldier. And his successor, Daharasena, soon to be Daharasena III, is actually much better educated. And could potentially be a Chauvier, if we have more of those. I do not have any prestige. And we need a whole new council. Some of which does not like it. And some are just zealous. I'll give it to you. It ain't gonna work. She's gonna be trouble. And she knows that I'm a witch, which is shunned in her religion. Those Mahayanas, Buddhists, are gonna be trouble. Another arbitrary, ambitious man. Continue the culture. I have a really bad feeling about this. Anyways, you'll have it. But a spy master, well, need someone I could trust. My son. And disrupt any kind of scheme that goes on here. What are you the heir of? Mugad. Is that so? Well, I do control Vingapura, which we're working on that. Also, that reminds me. Is it here somewhere? The mines, yes. Hence the reason why I have personal control over Vingapura. Because this particular holding has the coal mines. It would bring great wealth to us. That's why I want full control here. But unfortunately, due to my many sons, that the kingdoms will be split within the empire. Daharasena will have the empire and Maharashtra once I pass. Tokugawa will get Telangana and Lanka. Rajaram will have Karnataka. We shall see. And I'll spend little money and determine Bhakti. Unless I already chose one. Who knows? First, Bhakti can be likened to the feelings of fondness, devotion, and worship. None of these fully encompass the concept. By devoting myself to an avatar divinity, I'm committing myself to them in body and soul. Vaishnavism focuses on the veneration of the various incarnations of Vishnu the Preserver. Of these aspects, one must speak to me more than the others. see. Ugh. I mean, I have military experience, but the only thing I'm lacking is learning and stewardship. So I'm just gonna follow just like what my father did. Devotee of Hayagriva, the horse-headed god of knowledge and wisdom. And because of the low learning skill, now it's gonna take 13 years to get this innovation. Meanwhile, we have a war to win. As my fellow witches arrive in Devagiri, I catch a glimpse of an unfamiliar face. When I go greet my daughter Rajkumari Anuraha, she introduces a strange woman as Saibai. They're old acquaintances. It turns out she asks if Saibai may join right. Namo Namaria. As the moon rises and the heavens heralding her arrival, I can feel my body responding to the strange energies in the air. The silhouettes around a great bonfire sounded, unmoving, waiting for that witches to come. As the host of the guardian, it's up to me to begin the ritual. I will play some tricks with sound and shadow. I know a lot of things about intrigue. The blessings of Kali are many. Among them is knowing when to apply a little trickery. With the help of some mirrors, horns, and willing assistants. A spectacular show. The air is thick with the thrilling mix of fear and excitement. I cannot remember the last time I felt this alive. Ask her to instruct me in the art of poetry. This, of course. 10 years. It'll happen under my rule. My guests and I have worshipped Kali, exchanged sacred knowledge and tied deep bonds. My mind is buzzing with new ideas, but my body's in desperate need of rest. A warm bed has never felt so tempting. May she watch over us until the next grand rite. Taking the objective and a capital. Out. Move in. Another guest just arrived. We hurt the Raja, but you couldn't capture him. Anyways. A eunuch, warrior, and hunter. Too bad you didn't get your shot of it before you became a eunuch, or you chose to. But you are welcome to serve in the army. Raja Dahar. The way of the sword. The endless clash of metal on metal, the chafing of armor, the sting of sweat. It is a dance that is familiar as it is exhausting. To have my sword, attack, dodge, defend, and repeat. Maybe it will do me good to practice my skills with another weapon. Let's send him on, Tony. Hand me another weapon. Show them how it's done. This one will take a long while. Right, we should later save up money to construct the color mining pits. This will do us good for the taxes for us. Chauhan Raj, that's in Rajasthan. Rajput area. More guests. Rajaram. Stewardship. But you're the best candidate out of all. But I'll tell you what. Indrazat. Grandson. Visiting court. But you both live here, don't you? We'll get him. And that should be the end of it. We got him captured. Okay, 50 max, 58. Yes, that's definitely it, but, ransom. We get the whole damn ranch, apparently. You said to become my vassal, but clearly it says it's not. You are an independent entity. We simply put you in there. Well, now, would you like to be... Well, you're in war still, but don't expect me to come for you. Because one day, we will have these lands. One day. And I'm sure one day we will also get them. The entirety of that kingdom. Unfortunately, we could not get him. You know, theirs is pretty sizable, and it's similar to ours unless we make alliances. Invest in these mines. Merely a pit of clay and gravel loincloth-clad workers toil here night and day to extract diamonds. That's what's in there. Diamonds. And by the gods, we're gonna get some diamonds to further increase the wealth. To fund our expanding empire. Once we raise a little bit of money, then we'll fight one quick war against them. Oh, excuse me. This is the Raj. This is the other Raj. Ah, I understand now. Okay, okay. My mistake. Maybe. At least give it a try. If she does convert, maybe we can vassalize her. She accepts. Hey, you're losing on that war. We need to get her, over here. I was about to say, why can I not sway you? Strange. Very strange. Wait a minute. Oh, excuse me. Good work. If you're going to be swaying somebody, at least sway to you. I just noticed that there's not a good chance. Now, why is that? My diplomacy is bad. Because I'm a man of intrigue, not a man of diplomacy. And neither are you. That kingdom's going to be a problem in the future. And the key to getting more fame is to keep winning offensive wars. And we can't get the full endorsement of our Marat Purohit. Culture has spread. It's another thing. Even though it's in Telangana, there is not traditional Marathi land, but it would be nice to grab all of it. So is Marathi. Here is further up our Marathi. This area should be Marathi, but it's ruled by the Kannadiga. Oh, do not forget, we still have to convert all of this, just to prevent peasant revolts within my domain. So what's easier to convert? 150, 45, 147. Okay, this one then. 11 years? And this one for 4 years. Yeah, they're all mad at me. Whatever gets me more fame. For the fact that I do not have my father's charisma. Or lack thereof. My daughter. We ain't got no precision. I have the money. Thank you. Apologies. What a good evening. Finding my servants. Found some people who might be fit. The service corps is either way. I cannot afford to be picky now. One who's already sick and the one who's not. Great. The best expert is a sick person. But she's feeling fine, so come on in. Other guests are laughing and chattering in the noise hall, making it hard to focus on that girl in front of me. With all the lines, engagement in the grease, sludge, and thinking ways to counter various modifiers. With my skirmishers carrying the carrot point. This seems like it might work on a real battlefield. The bowl of gruel could help my understanding of Russian lifestyle. Interesting thought. Oh well, my cousin. Thank you. Now I must sway you. Oh, she'll live. Just be cautious. Good. Bailey's constructed. Which means, Well, not quite, but, you know, expanding on Soviets, but that's due to the level of fame. Ganga be praised! We got a strong woman here. It's because I'm emperor and, plus one distinguished, not necessarily Baileys. Oh, no, that's elephant pens. That's the word you're looking for. Sorry, I misspoke. And I didn't see Devagiri. It was just to increase the defenses here. And I don't want to rush too much, because what the is going on up there? I will lower the crown authority for you. Muggad! I knew they were warning about us. The Raj of Muggad. Get that back! But first... lower the crown authority, unfortunately. Oh, autonomous vassals. Okay, is that what you want? Okay. Guess I have no choice then, so it's not crown authority. Actually, it did. That's what that means, you dummy! Yeah, as far as administration's concerned, he's not like his father. He has a good warrior background, but yet, it's against my cousin, who rules Magad, including the ancient city of Patliputra. His only ally is the vassal from within, which he cannot interfere. But just wait. Can you help me out with the diplomacy? That's what I'm lacking. Because now that we're trying to sway her here. Raja of Anupa. I mean, having her as my vassal would be good. It's just to expand our empire without any bloodshed. It's got a lot of wars. It's a mess. I'll take advantage of the Muggad situation. Get this land back! You want Telangana? Well, that's my uncle. Sounds like you don't want my son's football. I'll give it to you. I'll be willing. Although I could potentially replace it with somebody who will definitely endorse me. But what good would that do? Because if you put him, like if you assigned him to be a child position, I recall that, would that mean that, you won't inherit? That's the deal? Well, it depends on all your skills. 14, 14, 11. In a genius, an eagle reveler, a witch, everything. Even though he's kind of better at his job, but he can never endorse me, but I know my sons will. What some would think it's a bit of a smart move, despite the fact you're sacrificing some of the good skills. Plus, he's my spy master, so I guess Raja Ram will take the job. Nope, he's still the heir to the kingdom. Okay. Because I was thinking of some other thing. So now, he endorses me. So there you go. More levies, more tax. Because it's how it works. I forgot that we have a holding up in Kathmandu. Right, that's what they want. Perhaps we should go straight for Mugad. Split in half. You shall head up there to the expedition to Patliputra. It's got good supply there, so... Hey! Stay here. Defend the area. Oh, now everyone knows. Porush. Liberty War. Oh, it's actually one of our vassals that's gonna get the claim of this area, or at least a piece of it. No, you're looking at ally, damn it. Don't you know anything? Figuring of your education. Diplomacy, so... No valid characters ever. Okay. You'll figure it out on your own. I could help her out on some other thing, or join her war, which is another thing I can do, but I don't want to interfere too much. But then again, actually, why not both? Help her on 2 wars, she'll be very positive to me, and we'll join an empire, yes. Not my ally, not my ally. I don't think we can negotiate, ally. No, didn't think so. Because it's gonna go to somebody else. Somebody else who is the heir of one of those lands from here. Well, they'll come in anyways then. In the meantime, oh dear, what happened to you? robust. Don't be so modest. Or is that how they, do that up there? Just something like that. Raj of Lahore, that's up in the Punjab. Go on, beat it! Now let's start this siege again. Surprised nobody's plotted to assassinate me. And I got these unruly vassals that I can never stop because they all dislike me. Because reasons? This one's due to arbitrary ambitious and lover's box thing. You declared war on their child. Yeah, you got a grudge against your title claimant. And you are also arbitrary. And also Buddhists don't like witches. Overall, I'm just a bad person. You arbitrary or me arbitrary? Both. Uncle, you want Telangana? You'll get it. Pay up. At least to make it a little bit positive. Now we'll just start making money again. Diamond mine isn't finished yet. You sure you don't want me to join? Oh yes, do not forget Vengi. We'll get him next year. My culture is discovered manorialism. No, it's this one in the early medieval. Unlocks all early medieval era economic buildings and slightly faster building construction time. Good timing. Culture exposure for household soldiers. Improved jungle fighters. Good. You'll get Telangana. I hold that kingdom title simply for the sake of it. Small area, you could roughly control all of it. You'll have it. Alright? You got it. But hey, at least it's in our dynasty. Yes, it's part of our dynasty. A killer in our midst. The smell hits me before the door is open. A heavy, meaty odor that permeates the area is the stench of the newly dead. Another murder, my lord. Saibai wipes her bloody hands on apron, stands after looking over the body. We must stop this senseless killer. There's a killer here, apparently. Oh boy. I know people dislike me because I'm not a man of diplomacy and clearly I'm a bad guy. And women detest me because they know what I've been up to. One would think I got it through him, but we can't verify that. guys might be worse. Well, you are my physician, I heard, right, Sabai? Yeah, that's you. As my court physician, you should study the bodies. An investigation is launched. While we will raise a bit of money and continue to invest more into the realm before we even think about expanding a bit more by taking this. Even though we could fight against Orisa, but we should be alright, but it's rather precarious at this point. Oh, she's gone. Died in childbirth. That's tragic. No, it's ran by the Gujarati. Actually, what you should be spending your money on is hunting. And beast. That gives you more. Even though I really do not have the time in the world to become exalted among men. Despite a lot of things. There's something majestic about the way the lion gazes across the landscape. From behind the bushes I raised my bow. I silently glanced over my marshal, Rani Nugai. I should do the same. I'll bring it down. Elephant pens constructed. From domain, yes. Yes, we do get another souvenir through that. We just don't have the money for slightly increased effectiveness. There are no more factions that threaten me. We're back to that now. Even though we are in the need of good fighters. It's about that damn time too. Is that so? How much? Good. In a year's time. Hey, wait a minute. You're the heir to Anupa, right? Oh, no. Wrong, Banraj. No, you idiot. It's correct. Look at the line. Succession, you goof. Banraja? Raja Banraj. Oh, we gotta get rid of these two. Child first, then him. Yeah, we can make this work out. Help me with this scheme. This could work into our favor. Can be convinced. How much? Ridiculous. Maybe just somewhere just not too much. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. We need to get that thing in here. Get that Raj into our empire. So that way he can rule. It's a good idea in theory. since you have a hook on me, and I got a hook on you, well then, I'm gonna beat you to it. The clergy is not allowed to marry. Correct? Actually, it's allowed. Here, get in here, big man. Anyways, murders at court. Pray for the nameless dead. Parts of the body were found this morning, my lord. My court position side by side, gesturing to the table for us. Blood pools on the table around small mounds of flesh, strings of tissue resting in dark ooze. As you can see, it is not whole human, not enough to identify them. Okay, I'll be spending a bit of prestige, but remember, the fame progress does not go down when you spend prestige, so I'll just say, has anyone seen anything? Please, I need your help. I'll make it known throughout the realm that I'm looking for information and clues. Be careful what you spend money with. You may never know that I'll have to pay for information. I was about to say, why are you absent? Right. Roger, I'm right. We know you have the Mandirs, but somebody should help you with your learning. What there goes your prestige. Again, not exactly a landed character, but you get the idea. Yes, I know you're doing poorly. Matter of fact, what happened to your learning skill? You had 10 earlier. Oh, great. Oh, you just arrived and just died. Vanished without a trace. What the hell? It's like, okay, July 24th on this very day. It's like, so he's arrived. It's like, okay, good. He can live at some place where he can stay for the night before we take a look at him and invite him. And he's like, he's gone. He's vanished without a trace. He was a Tamil man. Anyways, Howdy Hada is preparing for a special trip for the young Rani, Namala Devi. The child trusts that she will be brought on an enjoyable day in the forest. Namala Devi will unfortunately get lost and be impossible to find before nightfall. Oh, she was so young too. A child lost in the forest. It happened tragically, and she is dead. The search went long the night before it was called off and reconvened at dawn. It was only then that the body was found, bloodied, mangled, and torn after an attack by some vicious and hungry beast. At least all was a beast to him. Thankfully, everyone agrees it was a terrible tragedy and my involvement in existence until my scheme remains unknown. And they say children are the future. When is it going to be his turn? Rome lose lands when vassal dies. No, it should be him that dies first. And it's going to be guaranteed. The Bilam and Raj gives me the most. Let me see your contract. Oh, yes, that's why. Cousin? What? Oh no, it's still good. Years, and then we'll have that duchy building, and I know what I'm gonna get, knowing that it's becoming part of it, part of our warrior lifestyle. They've been kept pretty busy. Overly talkative. While Thrombik's ability to make friends has proven invaluable in my scheme. She's not quite as careful around others as she should be. She is too fond of dropping vague hints, and if someone were to start asking questions, there's no telling what she would divulge. The things she learns are too valuable to shut her up. Remains undetected. The murder scheme has gained progress. Murders at court. Escalation. My nephew, Nana Saheb, lay splayed out on the cold floor, blood oozing from multiple stab wounds covered his body. Why is this murderer taunting me so? Nana Saheb, he was one of the most effective warriors of our time. Vassals won't like it. There are no factions against me. Even though they all dislike me anyhow. Plus, he was close. He was one of the great fighters. I will pray for the victim. I must go to a feast. Just to show my devotion. Don't want to restrict the movement just yet. I did everything I could, ensuring that Damapati and Tali and Rani Nagai would be as far from the church as possible. It was not to come to blows in the middle of my feast. One of my guards posted on looks for me to order intervene. Restrain her till things calm down. Now you're coming to my side. The fleeting gaze I received from my vassal, Aditya Varman, is taken on in a desperate tone. The group of guests are approaching the car as he hid all evening, and the walls have been his escape. Now, poor man's never good with people. I will distract from the guests. Shit! You're doing so well. Damn it, damn it, damn it! Made some big alliances, but it ain't gonna be enough. Let's grab this area quickly. Actually, the bridge is over here. Let's make it quick. Eager reveler, huh? Don't worry about it. They're not going to cause much trouble in my land. Maharaj left. Sinhala for the Marathi. Good, because we're trying to get the Marathi culture back into Maharashtra. Because this is all Marathi, not Kannada. Good. Let's keep it up with this. I ain't ready, because we need money, and quick. All the loot is taken because the Vikings were here earlier. At first I thought a simple footman, a fool, would be stepping onto the training field. However, the battle proved more hard-fought than I expected, and it gradually became clear he would be unable to stop his wild and vicious strikes of enemy. The sovereign suddenly became a matter of life and death. I tried not to show my relief when his sword finally hits the ground. Use more people like you. Come on in, big man. Oh yeah, you're that criminal. Yes, he's a known criminal. Now he's my rival. Rightfully so. I'm putting you in prison. Now don't do any offensive wars. So now you are my vassal. And I'm sure you probably desire those diamond mines. Which is finished. Has a keep building. No, not quite there yet. But I'm sure you pay well. Let me see your contract real quick. No. And his character is naked, supposedly. And stay there. Somebody else wants Telangana. No, 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 this is not the right moment. I'm trying to raise some funds in order to convince somebody to help me up with this plot. It's rather tempting, but I hope he drinks himself to death. Okay, you get me. Scheme success chance? No, too risky. Don't do anything stupid. Spy master himself, so this will definitely work now. See, patience is a virtue. Oh, Vishnu. It's my daughter. What happened? Died in childbirth. She did not deserve this. Nobody does. But I'll tell you who's going to deserve it. It's going to be Van Raj. He's going to get his. So now one of my agents have acquired a double. Oh yeah. And arranged to serve to hide in the dark before bed. All you need is my go ahead, and you'll be good as dead as the moment the snake strikes. Hope you're not afraid of snakes, you son of a. Raja Van Raja is dead by the lethal bite of the snake struck not long or retired his chambers. Though the guards are called, no one could do a thing soon. Thankfully, snakes do not talk, so the attack cannot be traced back to me. My little friend has done his work well. See, we've expanded a bit of that territory. Now we can fight against them and endure claimant wars. A curious man has searched me out after hearing about the murders plaguing my court. I'm Baba Data, my lord. I think I can be of help to you. I can use all the help I can get. Come on in. You might be of some use to me, particularly be my chauvier. Now it's Raja Van Raja, the good Van Raja. Let me teach you what I know about command. The key thing with training new soldiers is instilling discipline, I tell him. Without that, you'll be unable to depend on them to follow your orders. So he thanks him before strolling back onto the field as the cook takes control of the situation. We might make you a commander one day. I'm sure you probably have more tricks than me. Perhaps you should be an overseer. So yes, we can fight these kind of wars now. Or take the entire damn thing. I mean, we gotta go somewhere, and it's a bit too much. Little is fine, but I get a weak hook on him. Which would be good. Oh, they're busy, good. Think, 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 think. Think, think, think. You can declare all kinds of wars. A bunch of claimant wars, but to me, Orisa is the big one. Anything that will get us to get up there. Hey, if you have him in prison, what happens if I start a war right now while he's still in prison? Does that mean he gets to go free, or will it be immediate? I don't know. Don't start thinking about that, because we don't have that kind of money to fund a war for such an undertaking. Don't even think about it. You know, it's good to get more of the areas that will get to further east. It's best for you to not jump the gun at the situation. Yeah, all this is going to be Marathi. There's 23 counties. And how much, well, we don't know how many counties do the Rajputs have. They don't tell you. Because I believe Rajputs and Marathi quite possibly the most widespread of the Indian cultures. Well, I'm trying to spread the culture because of, well, we have absolute reasons to. Good reasons to. Can we get rid of him? No. He's going to be around for a long time. Interesting. How you doing down there? Oh, now they're going after a piece of county. Piece of a Deccan. Seems the vassals have calmed down. Get back to disrupting schemes. You may never know there's an assassination plot against me. Don't you know there's a murder in a court? There's a murderer out there. Start training chauviers because we have a lot more of them nowadays. And a bit of the effectiveness has increased. which can be further improved upon if we can get some more gold. Because we'd like to have some elephant traps. So our showbeers will start fighting like elephants. And it's not going to be until, well, we have to get a keep building if we have the battlements innovation, which I believe that's, yes, that. Perhaps we should go for that next, since we're now into this sort of thing. Was going to go for that, but go ahead. What cannot be seen? But the eyes are gone, gouged out like rocks in the field. The launderer who found the murder's latest victims is ushered, white-faced, hands shaking, and still screaming. As I look at the red and sightless holes that should contain eyes, I shudder with unease. What does the murderer need eyes for? Some kind of ritual? Don't have the kind of money. We spent it on elephant traps. Okay, he's gone too far. Make sure everyone's accounted for at all times. I will limit the movement of everyone in court and hopefully pressuring the murderer to reveal themselves. He's gone too far now. He or she's gone too far. There's an caught red-handed. My Samrat, Daharasena and Daharasena both gone missing. I wave off the guard to find the same alarm about that side. I feel my own Daharasena might be, as we finally track unlanded down the advancing umbrella knife in hand. Stop right there! Daharasena, my heir and murderer, kinslayer. He's a good man. And if I kill him, then, would that be kinslaying? My father was a kinslayer, but do I need vassals to hate me even more? And if you also kill him, that means the heir is going to go to him. Which, he's a genius. He's a Revla. Listen, you've done a lot of killing. And these are not the kind of kills that you do in warfare. That's within the court. I prayed to Lord Vishnu for those victims. And you are a treacherous villain. You are sadistic. And you think you are content in life. You think you're virtuous to Lord Vishnu, and yet you use that as an excuse? You evil bastard! An eye for an eye, a life for a life. My grandson Samrat Yadava is my new, let me see. Curious, callous. It's not kinslaying. This was justifiable killing, I guess. That's what that was. So the murder mystery solved, and damn it, you were the one. And you know, we're about to have another legacy if we wish to pick it up. Which war would that be? Well, we've been getting a lot of duchy-related guests, so it's fine. We don't need any of that. I think I may have to save it up for once. Just go get this, because, you know, most of the wars of expansion involves prestige. disinherit him. Just this once. It must be part of my realm. You're not in the realm? Oh, visiting my court. Well, recruit him then. Get him over here. And then I'm gonna disinherit him. Sorry, grandson. Because I found a better, heir for it. Slightly younger, but he's a genius. And he's a man of diplomacy for once. As he's paranoid, which isn't good. Impatient is fine, if you are going to be the prestigious kind, which he is going to be. And he likes to meet people. Finally, a man of the people. And who's this you married to? So, this granddaughter of mine has not only a genius, but she's also going to be a giant. If he chooses not to have any more children. Well then, I guess we made some interesting changes in succession. All because of a goddamn murder mystery. And again, disinheriting is frowned upon. I would love to have more renown, but I'm not the kind of person who writes epics just to get more renown on purpose. And looks like you've accomplished getting Telangana. That means you still pay a lot of tax to me, so yay me for taxation. Sorry, niece. Wants Malwa. Okay, that's not related to them. Nothing to do with them. I was about to say, or I could just kill myself right now, take a drop on the level of splendor, which, well, you know. I was about to say, why not? Just end my life right now so he could take over, because unfortunately, he's become a recluse, so stress has got to him as of late because he's paranoid. So that lowers his stewardship and diplomacy slightly. You just impregnated your wife. Okay. Hopefully another genius. For once, it would be good to have a giant genius. We never had that kind before. How long? 3 years? For the barracks? Oh, what the heck is 16 months? No, wait for it. Yeah, I knew that place sounded familiar. That's the Raj. Of Ratapur. Yeah. Get her in. For once. Oh, she's wheezing and a drunk. Oh, that's definitely bad for your health. I'm sure you... Oof. A lot. I just got shivers right now. Just got chills. Or alternatively, just go take this damn... I know he's my rival. The loveless marriage between my rival and his wife Rajkumari. Oh, as much as I don't like this son of a beeswax, but I will plant letters to Rajkumari Pupa Devi from a secret lover. He will discover certain criminals, but will you believe it? Probably. I got a good hand in intrigue. Oh, so you took the Roger? That means you won the war, right? Yes. My spies informed me that the Dark Horse determined that the latter plan to self-destruct between them was a fake, and wasn't fooled by my trickery. Damn it. I'm sure they mean well. Aha! Another Deccan to go along the Tapati. So, they're looking to, you know, the Prantahan of Guatemala, which would be bad because it's a powerful realm. May not look like it right now, but in one day they will be. While we still have our eyes towards northeast, so we haven't really expanded much on this episode because we've been mostly focusing on the here and now. Because I'm still feeling alright. Lost my daughter. Executed by my orders, as in I killed him personally. Some would say justifiable homicide. That's like saying that if one were to be a bounty hunter. So, sorry about that. Justice had to be done. Alright? Judge, jury, executioner. That's what Daharasena is. Despite the fact that he's a deceitful, arbitrary, humble man. Whereas he's a bit more better, but fortunately, he's a bit of a recluse these days. Oh, he got twins. 2 grandsons. Sambaji and Daharasena. Are they geniuses is the question. God blasted, why am I thinking of that? It's like, look, Tokojiro. I like your daughter, alright? I can see great things to come. Alright? Why don't I just let me raise her? Because, you know, she's a genius, she's a giant, and one would think with that kind of high prowess, she should be another, you know, warrior type. I could imagine her ruling the empire. Be the first Samrajni of the Seuna Yadava. I'm sure your wife is nice and all, but those children need to be out of the way. Disinheriting is not the answer anymore. We gotta get rid of them both. I mean, look at me, damn it. I'm a bad guy. I'm considered a bad guy to most of the realm. You think I have no qualms? I'm gonna be like this one Sogdian man who once said, murder is the answer. Because that became his life's motto. Murder is the answer. Can't murder him. And he's gonna be around a long time. Laughing at me just to say how glorious he is. Piety isn't really that important to me these days. It's fame that matters more now. But, I will soon be a peacemaker in 4 months, so let's get that in to the last act. And then I will become gallant in the next episode, and I will switch my focus to majesty for more prestige, because that kind of runs in the family, you know? Let's go on. Just as my vassal Dalapati Nana Sahib started to dismount, 1 foot still in the stirrup, my graceless vassal made sure to bump into the horse and still in the cost of the camp. Oh, I know who you are. You're acting like a child, and you will be punished like one. Serious now Marathi again. Okay, next. Enough. Yes, that's one more area that needs to be of the Marathi culture. There we go. Peacemaker. Now wait another 3 years, and then I shall be gallant, which will add even more to the monthly prestige, and then go for majesty to get all of this. I doubt I'll reach all the way to the commission an epic decision knowing that I'm already an old man, expected to live up to my 70s. Not all the way to the 80s, like the predecessor, but still. Okay, we're about to get it. There we go. That'll, so let's get battlements now. That's the main focus for now. And after that, maybe I should get Kandayats. Since we keep on expanding, that means we're going to add more to the income. And we may have to get another man-at-arms regiment. Something that is exclusive to the Indians. And now that we have it, now Duchy of Deva. We never created this. Well, son of a... Create that then. You should be creating titles. That adds more, you know? You should be doing that. Okay, so in the next episode, we're going to raise our money to build a military academies. So to reduce the army gold maintenance by a bit, add more of the chevaliers as well as its effectiveness. And in the meantime, well, I'm going to start killing your... Just these two. Get hold of me. Because I'd rather see her. And I like what I'm seeing already. Yeah. But anyways. So, we got a good future ahead of us. And Telangana is in shambles again. It's an unstable realm, unfortunately. It was quite an episode, actually, despite the fact we didn't expand too much. Some of the vassals did the expanding for me. But now I'm just going to be willing to do anything to... I forgot about Tamilakam and the duchy. Well, now we know how to get more fame. Create titles, and be gallant, and have majesty, and hopefully get to exalted among men right before I die. That's what will happen in the next episode. At least I hope. But until then, so long for now.